This is Rebecca Oberstadt. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a first impression. I already have one product on my face, and I'm not quite sure how I like it. It's like passion fruit or mango or guava or papaya flavored. It's not sweet or anything, but it's just a tint lip crayon from Colourpop in Shaka, S-H-A-K-A. It's a pretty color, but the smell and the flavor is making me nauseous, so I don't know how I like that. But I'm going to be playing with a new palette. This is one my dad paid for, and it's this one. I thought this was going to be so much bigger. Let's see how it compares. I got a Juvia's Place palette here. I'm going to pull. Alright, so here's the Juvia's Place, the Magic Mini. Next to it, it sticks up a little bit more and it's just a little bit shorter. So if you know how big this is, then you know, have an idea of, how big that is. And then the Raw Beauty Crispy palette, also for a size comparison, it's like super tiny. I honestly thought this was going to be much bigger, like the Jaclyn Hill palette from Morphe, because everybody was talking about, oh, it's one of their huge palettes, and this is definitely not big. But this is what it looks like, and I will do a close-up. There are some marks in like Hot Copic. There's marks in it. The Iconic shade has some marks in it. Haute has some marks in it. The Lovecraft has marks in it. Treasure has some funky color in the center. Majestic looks like it's been touched as well. And Designer has like a pretty good dent in it. So for a brand new palette that I just took out of the packaging just now, it's a little odd because there's about half the shades in here look like they've been touched. So that's a little concerning. And I do have the liner roll that has a bunch of different like colors in it. So I will try and use one of those. I'm going to do like kind of like a holiday-ish look. I know I want to use the blue row and the purple row. So I'm probably going to stick with those. And of course my camera battery is flashing, which is as per usual. But I have these cute little like things that I want to try and use in a look. So I don't know what I will end up using, but I've already used a couple of them. They're technically nail things. So I'm going to not talk through the eye look application. I'm just going to put the shadows on. I'm probably just going to play music behind, I'm going to be listening to music, and I will speed all of this up probably ×2. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started with a look, and I don't know where I'm going to end up, but I will come back with face product and stuff on at some point and finish it up because I have a live stream to do in about an hour to 2 hours. So anyways, hopefully you guys like this. I'm just going to record until the battery camera just kind of, and then I'll have to get up and switch it out. Unfortunately, unlike usual, I usually have an extra one in here and I don't see one anywhere, so I'll probably have to stop and get up and go get one. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think down below when we get to the actual, like looks. So yeah, I will do like wrap up first impression thoughts at the end. Hey guys, I don't know how much of a voiceover I will do for this video, but I made sure to include the picture of the palette on the screen, as well as put a little heart symbol over each shade that I'm using, so that if you want to know what colors I'm using and whatnot out of this palette, then I made sure to include it. This shade here worked really well. It blended out really nicely. It didn't look patchy at all. Same with this shade. This shade was really interesting. This is one of their like matte shades with glitter in it and has like lilac and silver glitter in it, but if you blow on it, it disappears. In order to get the glitter to show up a little bit more, I would recommend using your finger. This shade here was a hot mess. It's a really pretty blue shade. It's the shade Iconic from this palette. It's the very last shade in the blue row, but as you can see, it is patchy. I'm like, if you look, guys, I have this like confused look on my face a couple of times. I even tried using my finger hoping that would work, and well, this is a Farrah brush that I'm using, or sorry, that was a Firma Beauty brush. This is a Sigma brush, and I'm like, okay, maybe this will work, because it's, and look, it's even more patchy in my crease now. Look at that.
Of course, I put words on the screen so you can see it. I'm internally screaming at this point. As I pull my lid down, you can see just how patchy it is. I'm sorry, rewatching this. I filmed this about a week and a half ago, and I'm like, ooh. I started editing this last week, and I was so frustrated I had to stop. Look at this. I put more shadow on, and it comes off on my finger. I pick up more shadow, I go to put it on, and it takes off even more shadow. So I try a wet brush, getting shadow on the brush. The brush is wet with regular water. You can see where I put it on and it's darkened, and I try tapping back over it with my finger with shadow on it, hoping that maybe that will help it stick to my eyelid. Well, as you can see, it does look like it's doing something. Just hang on, give me a minute. I'm getting there. And here we are. Like, what in the actual crap? Like, really? Like, where the hell is the shadow? Where does it keep going? It's like Terra Moon's cosmetics all over again. I was super frustrated. I was like, okay, fuck it. I'm moving on to the purple. So I'm gonna let this play. I will put music behind it, and hopefully you guys enjoy. That blue shade was definitely a huge struggle bus, and yeah, that was very excruciatingly frustrating. And if you see that I've got some glitter off to the side of that eye, that is from that light purple shade. So if you're wondering where that came from, that's where it is. That matte with glitter in it. So enjoy the rest of this and watch me struggle with the glitter shade here in just a minute. That too was also a struggle. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. It was very frustrating to film this. This video was initially like 58 minutes long. That's why I ended up speeding it up times 2 because it was super long, and I tried to cut out every time you saw like my forehead and things, and I got it down to a little over 21 minutes. So enjoy. I'm gonna add some music, and I will talk to you guys at the end.
All right, so I have thoughts. I used the entire purple row and all but one shade in the blue row. I also used 2 of the liners. I used Crybaby and, what color are you? Prance. So these 2 here I used. The liners are fine, I'm used to them. This, I did look it up on the website because the smell is making me sick. There's passion fruit oil in here and I didn't know that, and I didn't know they were scented, and this is making me nauseous. Be it smelling it on my lips through my nose or inhaling it when I breathe in through my mouth. I'm tasting it, it's disgusting. It's really making me wanna go puke. So the eye looks I had to fight with. The blue eye. This bottom shade down here, which is iconic, does not have a star or an asterisk on it, so I'm guessing that's a regular eyeshadow instead of like a pressed pigment. It works like a pressed pigment. I put it on and it was like patchy. I tried to build it up, it would erase the shadow. I tried using my finger and it took off even more. It made like big finger mark eraser like things happen on my lid. Not happy with that shade. The light blue shade at the top, which is Take It Easy, sorry, is really, really pretty. It's the kind of blue that I wish was inside my Nomad Tokyo palette, the Harajuku palette. I kind of wish that I had a blue like this in there because blue is the only thing missing out of that palette. So that's really pretty. The Hot Copic shade that I used on the inner part is really pretty. This is, the Kaleidoscope is a pressed glitter. I put it over the really, really bad patchy blue shade to try and hide how bad and patchy it was. And then it started like separating in the crease where my mobile lid actually is. And so you've got like patchy dark blue spots with glitter kind of caked up into the one spot. So I did try like pressing back over it to see if that would help. I even tried putting the shadow back over it since there's kind of like a tacky base there to see if I could get the blue pigment to stick over the glitter. It seemed to help a little bit, but not much. I am not happy with that iconic shade. It's very... We'll move on. Okay, so the Selfie shade is actually one of those matte shades with glitter in it. It's actually really, really pretty. It's got like a light blue glitter in it. I use that for my like crease color and to blend things out. Really, really pretty pastel purple. And then I use Majestic for the inner and outer, and then that darker color you see in the crease. And then I tapped over Zeitgeist on the very outer edge, and then I mixed those 2 colors for my lower lash line. No problems with the purples at all. I put Express in the very, very center. It feels like a super shock shadow. And then on either sides of it, to give it some dimension, I put in Nouveau. Reading is not my friend today. I've been awake for way too many hours. Anyways, so I have used the entire purple row. The only color I didn't use out of the blue row was Watermark, and that's because it's a warm-based blue, whereas, well, this is a warm-based blue too. But this and this would have, these bottom 2 shades would have clashed, so I didn't use them at all. And of course, I have 4 other rows to still work on. I will do like 1 row per eye and do like 4 looks in the next video that I film with this. And these I tried using like eyeshadow, like glitter glue from BH to stick it down instead of lash glue, and they want to keep lifting up. I did like a triple goddess symbol over here, and then I did 2 snowflakes and some rhinestones over here. I don't know how long they're gonna last because, like I said, I used glitter glue for like shadows instead of like lash glue. I usually just use my Kiss lash adhesive on it, and I didn't take that out. I just kind of used what I had. The highlight is from Lele Posh. It's the glitter highlighter in Snow. It is not a highlighter, it's straight glitter. So I ended up putting the Samantha March highlighter on underneath of it, and then put the glitter over it after I sprayed my face with the Kokie fixing spray. Blush and bronzer are also the Samantha March X Colourpop over collab. Brows is Benefit and Model Co. Mascara was initially on the top lash, Tarte Big Ego, and then I used the Benefit The Real on the bottom and then went over the top lashes with it. And then of course the lip is the lip crayon that's making me nauseous. So that's everything on my face. I like how they turned out. This, if I didn't know how bad and how patchy it was, I would think it's a perfectly good blue shadow. But now that I've worked with it and knowing that it's patchy and that it doesn't want to build up, and I used several brushes. I used a little pencil brush that I used for like detailing work. I used a Pharma Beauty brush. I even pulled out a Sigma eye brush. This is E54, trying to get it to like pack shadow on. And of course I used my finger, and alas, I had no luck with either of those brushes, thinking that maybe it was the brush that it wasn't liking. It's the shadow, not the brushes. So it is what it is. I mean, it looks pretty now, but trying to get it to look pretty, it took me quite a while. So I'm glad I'm going to be speeding all of that up times 2. And I'm just going to show the placement of the extra things, because that took like 10 minutes just trying to dig them out and then put them on and that kind of thing. And there's like little itty bitty balls up here that are like purple, and I just had 2 come off. So let's see if I can put them back. No, I just picked up a whole bunch more. So I now have a finger of little itty bitty tiny decorative balls. I will try and stick some lash glue down and try and stick them back on, because it gives a light sparkle effect to the look. Anyways, that is everything. My first impression thoughts. Again, I've only used the purple and blue rose. I've used 2 of the liners. I mean, I have, here's exit right here. I already have the white liner. So the white liner in here is like gonna be a backup, but I didn't have any of these other colors. And then I have the Raw Beauty Christie liners in my tray as well that I've been using lately. So I'm glad to have some more pastel shades, because I didn't have anything pastel. I have like the darker colors, but no pastels. I'm really glad that I got that. I bought the palette and the liners together as like a kit, so it was also cheaper to do that. Anyways, just my first impression thoughts on this palette. I will do 4 more looks with it, doing 1 row per eye, and then I will record another eye look where I use like a mixture of the shadows in there. I will talk about pros and cons that I found with working with the shadows, as well as what I would recommend doing differently to get the shadows to work if you have issues like I did with the one shadow. And you know, purples are supposed to be more difficult to formulate, and the blue is what I had issues with. But you know, blue and green are my favorite colors. It's usually what I gravitate towards first, but I wanted to try and stick to like wintry colors, since I'm going to be doing a live stream and I'm wearing like my red winter like pajama top and my Hello Kitty bottoms. So I'm feeling a little wintry today, and it's cold. It's been cold the past few days here in Florida, and it's supposed to be 30 on Christian Christmas Day. So my version of Christmas is tomorrow. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic day or night wherever you are. Let me know if you have this palette. Do you like this palette? Have you used it? I mean, I know some people, they buy makeup and then they don't use it for like a week or 2. I've had this since yesterday, and I wanted to use it yesterday, but I knew I had to do it on unboxing on the live stream. So I was like, okay, I can probably get away with using it before the live stream, because I'm going to unbox it on the live stream, kind of cheat a little bit. Anyways, blush, I went a little ham on the blush today, but it is what it is. I used both sides of the Samantha March blush, and yeah, it got a little away from me, but it's okay. I covered it with glitter. It'll be fine. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Have a fantastic day or night wherever you are, and please make sure to wear your mask.